Indeed. Going into the winner bracket final, WFZ has defeated Blade already, LawLiet has defeated Chimiko already, and both looked pretty hot, to be honest. LawLiet not flawless against Chimiko, but WFZ, he was really well prepared. The problem for him is oftentimes not the winner or lower bracket semifinals, but the finals. When it's about closing the quarterfinals out or surviving, that's where he fails. He had some good winner bracket runs, throwing down Fly, for example, into the lower bracket, but then when it's rematch time, he struggles. So is the pressure too much for this guy, or will he surprise? We haven't had the biggest surprises yet, in the winner brackets at least. So maybe this is what happens here. We have the map picks and bans, WFZ, Concealed, and Terranas. LawLiet, Echo Isles, and Last Refuge out. Undead pick, Turtle Rock. Night Elf pick, Northern Isles. Starting map, Amazonia.
Interesting vetoes here. WFZ vetoing Concealed Hill is the most surprising one standing out. Some Night Elves tend to veto this map as well, fearing not being able to creep here, but WFZ dislikes it. Some Undeads love that map for being able to play Gargoyles, but in Asia we see that very rarely, especially from Chinese Undeads. Hardly ever the case. The Last Refuge veto for Night Elves is kind of standard nowadays against Undead, that makes sense. And LawLiet also vetoes Echo Isles, which is interesting. Echo Isles, usually a pretty good map for Night Elf if you're going into a standard game. Can be problematic if the Undead is fast expanding, but wouldn't expect that from WFZ necessarily. You know, normally he plays one base against Elf. For the most part, he's not that experimental in this matchup. He has certainly been looking experimental in other matchups, playing a lot of Crypt Lord against Human and against Orc both. But in this matchup, this is the one place where the Crypt Lord still doesn't find any play.
True. And LawLiet is a beast in this matchup. In the past 3.5 months, he lost exactly one series against Undead. And that was against 1-2-0 in the DreamHack Fall quarterfinals. We got our two players here. WFZ in the studio in Shanghai. Would be his biggest success in quite a while. And LawLiet, he wants nothing but the championship, I'm damn sure. This is what it's all about. He wants to have the trophy home, get it to Seoul, get it to Korea. Match number 1, starting on Amazonia. And there is a ghoul rushing over right away. Cheeky WFZ.
Hello, aggression right off the bat. Who is this playing? Looks like Mikael, but no, it's WFZ. Hoping for the Ancient of War to be really far forward, greedily positioned, but LawLiet playing it fairly safe. Ancient of War a little further back. If this AOW is cancelled, it's a big disaster for LawLiet. But with him pulling Wisps, maybe he's going to be able to save it. In the first couple of seconds of this game, a crucial moment right away. WFZ definitely taking a gamble. If this one doesn't get cancelled, he's going to be pretty far behind here in this early game.
Wow, he pulls the aggro with the Wisp and pulls the Wisp to the left-hand side, so the Renegade Wizard is following. WFZ trying this again. Pulls the aggro of the second camp, the little smaller one, the green one. But now the Ancient is finished, and it's still at about 50% HP. Doesn't even have to necessarily eat trees to regenerate, so Archer production can start. And with that, that's a pretty good early game already for LawLiet.
Yeah, this is perfect for LawLiet. This is not working out for WFZ the way he was hoping for. He doesn't even have to repair. This basically cost LawLiet nothing to stay safe here. And WFZ lost so much lumber. His tech is gonna be delayed. In fact, he's not even gonna have a shop for Rod of Necromancy.
Yeah, that's not good. You can creep the lab with 2 ghouls, coil, and lightning shields, so you don't really need Rod very early on. But afterwards, so Keeper first for the Korean. Could be the first Korean in the round of 8. After Lin eliminated, Sok eliminated, and Moon falling to the lower bracket. That's exactly what's happening here. Lightning shield creep, but not perfect, I want to say. Lots of damage on the ghoul. Might have to invest a coil or 2.
Yeah, you mentioned the first hero briefly, and for Night Elf at the moment, there's still discoveries being made in many different matchups. Against Human, we see different first heroes. Against Orc, sort of, and certainly also in the mirror and against Undead. The Warden is seeing a return again against Undead more and more players as well. Although, on this map, certainly very hard to do. Demon Hunter first, always an option. And Keeper first, as we see here. LawLiet has kind of been leading the way with the triple hero play. Exactly the same combo that we see against Human nowadays. Keeper, Naga, Demon Hunter has been seeing a bit of play by LawLiet for lots of Orbs of Venom in the late game and backing that up with an expansion and Dryads, Mountain Giants. That has been a really strong style that I've seen from LawLiet in the past. Although if you're going for triple hero, ideally you would want a big map with lots of creeps. Not exactly the case here, so I kind of doubt we're going to be seeing it here, but maybe on some of the other maps. Normally, of course, when you play Keeper, you want to expand fairly early, make use of your strong early game, but we don't see that here yet by the Night Elf.
Nope, not at all. Ring and Cloak for the Keeper, Claw and Cloak for WFZ, who might approach this mid-game a little slower to just recover from this early game. Not that easy to do. Tree and creeping at the trolls. One gets killed right away. Whoopsie. A little bit of an issue.
This is a smart play by LawLiet, though. He's pretending that he wants to creep on the left. He's keeping the DK's attention over there with the archers. And the Keeper is just creeping the trolls by himself. Of course, takes a while with only the Keeper, but he did get the big experience.
WFZ could have hurt him there with the ghouls, but now they run into the Keeper and there's entangles, so you rather not want to engage.
Yeah, it looks like he was aiming for that Expo cancel. It's extremely likely that it is there at the former green camp. We see that all the time. And wow, WFZ is committing in despite having been scouted. He knows the archers must be in position, but he's still going to try to get this cancel.
Okay, instant big damage. Coil arrives. There's possibly like 3 more. Good damage on the Keeper, but he's very close to the Moonwell's first kill so far. More than smooth sailing for the Korean.
And, nice deny, I suppose. But this was effectively a lot of wasted time for WFZ. Didn't get the cancel, but he has to try to do something with the ghouls, I suppose. He had to go for plenty of ghouls earlier, as he was missing so much lumber. But of course, the later the game goes, the less you want to be playing ghouls against Keeper, and more fiends. Fiends with destroyers, and then make use of the aura kite across the map. Where the question is, what's LawLiet gonna play? Normally it's either Dryads or Mass Air. Oh, he's getting another kill here, isn't he?
Yeah, archers are in range. This time, I think the last hit, went to LawLiet, and that's super close to 3. There's still a troll remaining on the right-hand side. Is this enough for level 3? It would be bonkers. No, 2.9.
Missing just a little bit, and we saw the tech, by the way, it's gargoyles. No fiends, no destroyers, just tier 2 mass.
Wow.
LawLiet is right outside the base. I'm not sure if he has Ultra Vision, actually.
Probably checking if he's there. Like, why not go for it? Even creeping the Murlocs away in front of WFC's base. Now we should have seen it at least. Okay, with that attack. WFC trying to last hit a little here. Okay, Keeper got it again. Lich is out. Probably has to go. Demon Hunter second.
Yeah, playing for the late game. I always love that. Alchemist is good, level 1 presence, but the later it goes, once the demon is level 3, he is way stronger to be able, when he's able to prevent the spell usage of the undead, which is usually the way to victory in the very late game. Also, something that is required from the undead side is some decent hero levels later on. At the moment, only 2 and 1 on DK and Lich. This is looking like a pretty rough game here so far for our Chinese player.
Absolutely. And Chinese playing Gargs, man, that's something. Very, very rare to see previous to 2020. I think the only one who played it was TBC in a very weird style on one crypt. But yeah, TBC, we don't see him too often anymore, unfortunately. Let's see if WFZ can do it better and recover a little. Aggression on the Tree of Life, not on Wisps.
LawLiet, the master of creeping. How can he do this perfectly and most safely? In Europe, we see plenty of Night Elves trying to counter gargoyles with hippogriffs. I really don't like that style, because even if you have air superiority, what ends up happening is on the ground you get overwhelmed by ghouls so often, where the dryads are always able to do something. They can fight against the ghouls, they can fight against the gargs, die faster against gargs, of course, but if handled well, which LawLiet certainly will, more reliable usually. Oh, that Tree of Life though! Maybe that expansion isn't so reliable. Close to falling. Wisps have to come in for the repair.
Close, real close. More damage. He's novaing the wisps, and so boom, that expo is gone. WFZ finally gets something done. Statues here now as well. Mana is limited. TP forced. But okay, worth it. Absolutely worth it. Night Elves and their expansions today, huh? Not the most reliable.
Yeah, rare mistake by LawLiet. Normally he always makes sure he's getting that thing up and has wisps around for repair. These wisps were way too far away. One of my favorite pet peeves to yell about, but normally I never have to with LawLiet. But even amazing players such as his sometimes make mistakes. It was still some kills for LawLiet, and more experience now also going the demon's way. And once he gets level 3, he becomes a lot stronger. But yeah, WFZ found his lifeline.
Indeed. And, oh, next save. Anti-air is ready now. But these Gargs at the bottom left, LawLiet has to babysit the new Tree of Life now, as the number of Gargs is steadily rising. And this is more time for the heroes to creep a little. Can work really well. No orb yet for the Night Elf. No tier 3 yet for the Night Elf, as the Expo got kicked.
Oh. Good guard control so far, keeping them all alive. Not too many wisps have been killed yet, not that much damage there, but of course that Tree of Life kill earlier was tremendous. Tier 3 will be coming in for WFZ. With that, he's gonna unlock Frenzy. All the more important here that LawLiet is playing Dryads now, not just Archers, because Archers have a tendency of dying very fast against those Frenzy Ghouls. Just creeping for now. And massing for LawLiet.
Okay. That's a very tame phase of the game at the moment. LawLiet wants the Demon Hunter level 3 for sure. Lich no orb yet. In general, very late tier 3 phases by both of them. Oh, Boots of Quel'Thalas. Good damage for the Demon Hunter. Also level 3, making WFZ's life a lot harder now.
Entangle, but good staff. If this Demon Hunter would pick up an orb, he would become a really scary damage dealer. But of course, for that, tier 3 is required. And LawLiet is not concerned with that right now, just massing on tier 2. Without the Orb of Venom and without Boots, Demon Hunter even doesn't have that much damage. It's mostly about disabling the enemy heroes, which now he can do very well as he finally has a level 2 Mana Burn. Frenzy is coming, Destroyer upgrade as well. WFZ getting ready for a timing. He's not concerned with counter-expanding. Looks kind of like he is gathering up forces for a big push. Kind of an all-in push, I suppose.
Feels like it, right? Like, if you don't even prepare for a possible counter-expansion, it's really, really tough. LawLiet is taking camp after camp, running a little away with experience, with close to 4 and 3 against level 3, 2. Lionhorn, wonderful.
Yeah, Lionhorn is absolutely amazing. Would love to know these Dryads upgrades as well. Very important to upgrade them, especially armor. Otherwise, they die very fast. And of course, that's kind of a free armor upgrade over here on Dryads and on Heroes. Absolutely tremendous. WZ coming in for a creep attack. All the Gargs hurt already. There's no heal scroll on the Undeads.
Okay, can he find a way out? With Hero Nuke, maybe, as Undeads oftentimes do. Coil Nova on the Demon Hunter, he's out of that fight. So the piercing damage can rain a little bit. Keeper on his own without mana, not really a lot to do. And seems like LawLiet is a little afraid of the Coil Nova. WFZ getting lots of kills.
Yeah, the Archers, of course, very bad at retreating against Frenzy Ghouls. They will get chased down. The Dryads there having a better time. Two different groups for LawLiet, trying to minimize the losses, trying to slow down the Undead as well. But the Frenzy kicks in, the statues are strong, and WFZ maintains position in the north. Is he considering an expansion now, or is it still all about pushing?
So far, we don't see a red dot moving to the left-hand side, but at least he's creeping it. And with that, getting a heal potion can be nice. Invo potion on the Night Elf side, plus illusions. Tech has finally started. So with the orb, I think LawLiet has this. With the Expo untouched for a long time.
It looks like LawLiet respects the undead army right now. Tech's up. Perhaps feeling that if WFZ commits hard for an expansion with like 3 towers, he can't stop it. Or maybe he just feels safe defensively. He's gonna have stronger tech coming in here very soon. The Sentry Ward Archer doing a good job. It's a hard camp to creep with gargoyles.
A-bomb's coming. Expo in, but will he survive that long? Off we go for the DK, trying to force a TP and then creep the red spot himself. Both heroes very low. Can he snipe the Lich? Oh, has to go for the Invo potion. WFC never getting empty trades, so he's always getting something for his losses, but not the most efficient. And that's the problem if you go 1 base, 2 base.
That red camp. Was that too ambitious? If he doesn't go for that, and if he just camps there, I think his expansion should come up, shouldn't it? But well, that is out of the picture now. Expo cancelled. LawLiet shooting up high in supply, all the way up to 70. Could go for red camp himself if he wants. He's gonna have tier 3 upgrades unlocking soon. He can go for Mountain Giants, he can go for Orb, even a triple hero combo if he wants. And creep up a little bit more in the meantime.
What can WFZ really do about this? He can either contest this for another all-in, but he's 16 supply down, or he stays in the north, trying to expand and then give the rest of the map to LawLiet. Stuck between a rock and a hard place.
These Invis Archers are so cool.
Yep.
Permanent Sentry Wards. It is 2 supply as well. It's a little expensive, but vision is key. And on AZ, you can keep vision so well.
Remind did it first in like 2015 when he came back the first time, and LawLiet immediately picked it up. So what do we got? Hood of Cunning, Remo? Just saying. And
oh, yes.
Claws
and
plus
claws.
12. I love that you really have a list about red camp drops.
Hell yeah.
Must have annoyed you so much with that pattern I found. I like it. Wow, another TP forced with basically nothing.
Gargs in the main. Being annoying, but, well, they're attacking a Hunter's Hall. Not really that painful. And now tier 3 is done. Now the demon can go for the Orb of Venom, and that is so much more powerful. Actually, at the moment, it's on the Keeper, but I'm sure we're going to be seeing a second one at some point. LawLiet looking in full control.
Yeah, it's super hard for the undead to get back into the game if the early game doesn't work out at all. And especially the very first move WFC did backfired already with that ghoul pull. Double Slaughterhouse now. He's trying to transition, trying to bank, trying to go for an all-out A-bomb attack.
A-bombs and wagons are super strong against Dryads.
Oh.
Stream dead?
Yes, dead. There we go. Busy day, apparently, in China today. But we got that.
So WZ revealed the main, knows about the tech coming up. Is he gonna transition into anything special here? He could just mass more bears, more upgrades. Because, I don't know if you know this, Neo, but upgrades are very good for Night Elf in the late game.
No! Remo! Why is that?
That's true. You know, all those good Night Elf late game units, they all benefit from the same attack and armor types.
Oh.
So you get tons of value.
Damn, I'm learning something every day with you, Remo. You're such a blessing.
Yeah. And with that shredder, there's going to be easily enough lumber. In fact, lumber for LawLiet is still low. That always feels good when you have a shredder at work and you still manage to get the keep the lumber low. You're noticing, oh my god, I'm getting so many beautiful upgrades, and thanks to that shredder. Neutron thinks that every game.
Multiple times.
Sometimes double shredder. Why not?
Third attack upgrade
for the Dryads.
The only way WFZ sees is to nuke the DK from afar. But that's not working. China and gargoyles, man. That's not a love relationship.
Oh, the Lich getting blocked almost. Ooh, there was almost a tree and surround.
Can't even get the
wagon.
abominations in. Wagon is good,
WFZ,
yeah.
where are the wagons?
Yeah. Disease Cloud is nice to have against Dryads, but if you can't get in range because then your unit is dead, a little bit of a problem. Entangle, right click, mana burn, good damage, trying to block, doesn't work. Lights are brave.
Right.
1,000
WFZ forced into
gold.
upkeep now. The slaughterhouses are spinning. Whee! They had taken a ride right now. More statues?
Remo not a fan. WFC banking at 1,000 gold, trying to produce as much as he can. But it's just 80 supply Dryads. LawLiet unwilling to spend his gold at the moment. Entangle, more poison. The gargoyles are not doing anything for a long time. And you need crazy multitasking.
And WFZ can kind of afford to lose some buildings here. The script doesn't really matter anymore. The altar also doesn't matter. Neither does the sacrificial pit. Doesn't want to lose the ziggurat, I suppose. Finally, the wagons are coming. Wait, maybe not. He's actually supply blocked. Okay, that's really annoying.
Yeah, it's tough. Is it Chimera time? Ah, no. It's no wind. Okay. Even a bear transition is done. Anti-air is coming as well. Bleeding him dry, containing him. No objectives on the map, but also no items really for WFZ outside of his base. Kind of hard to charge into this with the Nerub so far forward with a Black Citadel.
When's the light making the jump to 100? It's pretty easy. He's got 2k gold already. He's probably got like 3-2 upgrades now or something. Oh, there we go? Question mark? No, still at 80.
Fairies.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Against statues. Very nice. Even the shade revealed. Hero levels are not really where they are, but Remo, the first wagon, is coming. Rejoice!
Hurrah!
Rejoice!
Yeah, we're gonna have like 3 wagons here in total, maybe 4. And here we go. Now the disease is getting spread. This is gonna make life quite difficult for the Dryads. I wouldn't mind an Alchemist third here for heal spray. You can see the poison damage is stacking up. And we're moving out. Okay. First fight in a long time. Bear gonna get staffed out. The Dryads being pulled back. Disease cloud spread everywhere. Demon Hunter, lots of damage onto him. He's tanky. Has to use the Invul Pot.
Disease Cloud is only really good if you survive the fight and then let it work overtime. I mean, it's also nice in a fight, but there is regen. Demon Hunter focus fire is crazy good. And so LawLiet feels he has to TP out, and all of a sudden the supply is even. That was a pretty explosive push by WFZ. But it was also a 3k bank by LawLiet.
He's so patient. He's not even producing right now.
Yep.
No,
Knows
nice, a
that
level of
WFZ
confidence.
is mining out. He still has income. He's going MGs. Is it the build everything you can challenge now?
100% tech tree is still not finished, Neil. Let's do it. 3-3 on the Dryads. 8 armor Dryads. You don't see that every day.
And then even the Orb of Corruption doesn't do too much anymore. Feels like we're just waiting for the moment where we see triple Chimera Roost and we rise up to 100 supply and finish this game. WFZ needs an absolute miracle here.
WFZ broke right now, so if they keep trading right here, LawLiet can easily reproduce. WFZ cannot right now. Still waiting for his expansion to finish. Wisps now being brought in as well. Well-placed detonates could certainly help. Off we go.
Okay, the Hippos against the Gargs shouldn't really live too long, but the focus fire is on the Dryads. 4 Mountain Giants. 4 Abominations. Gargs are dropping. And still, there's just 94 supply for LawLiet. Of course, there is Wisp Detonate, so bye-bye every single bit of mana that you have left. Demon Hunter is an absolute powerhouse. The Abominations are losing the direct encounter against Bears. Wagon won't last too long. A couple of Dryads are hurt. So he might drop in supply. He is actually dropping in supply. But this is just a matter of time. Lich in trouble. Level 5 Demon Hunter. Yeah. No chance at all.
And LawLiet was super ready. Lots of gold to remake. Crazy upgrades. Can he get a hero kill here towards the end?
Oh.
TP saves the DK, but will not save the game. GG.
Very one-sided. LawLiet takes the victory. Doesn't seem too excited about it. He saw this coming quite a while ago. So did we, and probably you at home as well. No upset in match number 1. WFZ's gamble with the ghoul pull didn't work out, and from minute 1 on,
yeah,
he was far, far behind.
Very well done there by LawLiet. Safe positioning of the Ancient of War. Instant reaction with the Wisp. WFZ kind of lost that game after 2 minutes already. Does that tell us something about WFZ's mentality? Thinking he has to get ahead early to have a chance?
We were really surprised by this because he's rather a more passive player, not all-out aggression. So maybe he just wanted to be a little cheeky. You know, open the series up with a surprise. Could also show his confidence.
Well, I don't know. I always feel like the most confident players play a standard game and are convinced that they can outplay the opponent in the late. Whereas if that ghoul little play fails, of course, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Not only did that fail, but also the follow-up with the 4 ghouls running across the map. That also didn't work out. LawLiet, with all of his routine, was ready for everything.
Yeah. Big question in chat right now. Why does LawLiet have stairs in front of his bed? The question should be, why do you people don't have stairs to your bed? Do you know what a quality of life improvement that is? To not climb in there every evening? You're not living the life until you have stairs to your bed.
I actually have an escalator up to my bed, dude. Such a good
That
time.
is next level esports money, man.
And he's also got a doggo, so that helps. I've never seen his dog, actually.
I did. I got a picture. Maybe you
Is
can
it
get it for a post-game interview.
What kind of a dog is it?
Very small one. I don't know anything about dog races and stuff. It's a very small one.
One you can fit into your purse?
Depends on the purse.
True. Kind of surprised to not see a third hero here by LawLiet. He's been incorporating that more and more. I love that play, especially if you have the economy to back it up. Triple Orb of Venom, super strong, as the damage does stack. A very unique mechanic for Night Elf. Not really required this game. LawLiet was playing from a leading position for a long time. He was ready for those gargoyles. I'm always so impressed with LawLiet and Moon, knowing exactly how to counter Gargs. You know, over in Europe, many Night Elves are very frustrated with Gargs, have a tough time. But LawLiet especially always knows where he has to keep his archers parked, where he needs APs, where he can save money for APs. And that was just perfectly done. Speaking of gargoyles, by the way, our next map, Turtle Rock, that used to be the gargoyle playground. Flying behind the Night Elf main base, parking the Gargs there with stone form on the little islands, healing up, and constant wisp harass. Are we going to see that here? Are we going to see something else? Gonna be interesting.
2-time Gargs in a row would indeed be interesting. Can be really annoying, but I'm pretty sure LawLiet has a solution. If he doesn't veto that, he will know what to do. He played that map quite a bit in the monthly qualifiers leading up to WGL, and since almost every Chinese tournament is following the WGL map pool, he is a lot more used to this than, for example, a Foggy or a Blade would be.
Keeper first. I would say pretty likely here once again.
Yes.
In the olden days, Turtle Rock used to be really problematic for Night Elf early on because you could get one small camp with the Ancient of War creep with the Demon Hunter easily. But moving on beyond that, kind of hard. You can creep the Ogre Warriors, yes, but the Demon Hunter would take a lot of damage. If you get creep jacked, it's a problem. Very hard to reach level 3. But with the Keeper being a thing, and Entangle and Treants, that is a lot easier. Creep speed, creep options are very, very crucial. And we saw how well that worked out for LawLiet. He told me before he's not feeling so confident against Undead nowadays, but I feel like that's always what he tells me about every matchup, so I'm not so sure I can believe him. I think that looked very confident, map number 1.
Absolutely.
We'll see what we get map number 2.
Yeah, according to LawLiet, of course, Night Elf is always the weakest and there's no solution to anything. And then we see him in a tournament and things look a little different. But I guess that's what you do. Of course, LawLiet is smart. He knows Remo is in charge of the Warcraft 3 balance, so influencing him a little is a smart move in the long scheme of things.
Well, what do we have here? LawLiet gets the lucky spawn, bottom left on Turtle Rock. This is the one position where you can put the Ancient of War next to the Ogre Warrior camp. On the other 3, it doesn't work out. That is a bit of an imbalance on TR that we've been talking about a long time, and ideally should kind of be possible everywhere. But, well, this is the state of things. What is the first hero? Keeper against DK. All right. Return.
Alrighty, no Lich surprises, nothing special so far. No Dark Ranger first place or something. Is WFZ playing a pocket strat again because he doesn't feel too confident, or will we see standard play on the most unusual map? LawLiet rocking in his chair, just leaning back. Okay, early game.
Queuing 7 Wisps in the Tree of Life, you know, usual Night Elf things. Oh wait, it was only 1 actually.
Yeah, another Hunter's build.
Build by WFZ. If you're left alone, if the Night Elf loses track of you, with ghouls you can creep really fast. Even the starting red gold mine can be done quickly. The turtles on the back of Turtle Rock can be done quickly. But of course, if the Night Elf is around and scouting with wisps, it becomes a lot more difficult. And LawLiet is certainly a caliber of player who will do that. Oh, last hit! Oh my god, he got it! Did he? Yeah, he did with the Acolyte. Nicely done.
Damn, I haven't seen this from WFZ too much. Ooh, now he has to play around it, respecting the powerful Acolyte. Of course, we're used to seeing this from 1-0 Happy and X-Lord, but Ufagen, not so far.
Might even get the Archer. Ah, no. Couldn't quite get in front. Wisp detonate. Could get a double skeleton. Boom. Oh, beautiful position. Sitting in that tree in the middle, so it can't be seen. Waiting for the skeletons to come around the corner. And then boom. 24 experience. Thank you.
Not bad. That also prevents level 2 if he goes to the green afterwards. But with Treants, you might even be able to do the Merchant, which is of course a very important position. Especially if you spawn on one lane, because then there's a Watch Award. This Echo, man. It's so cool that WFZ, after this pretty brutal game 1, gets a little moment of success right away.
Look at the Wisp. Is he doing it again? Boom! He does it again. The same trap. WFZ sort of runs into that one. And now it's only a DK in the main, going to town on the Wisps.
Old school undead play. No detonate here.
Great movement by LawLiet, I think. Moving across the map. Threatening to steal away the green camp. He knows with the ghoul build that can be crept without the hero here for WFZ. But both hero levels here being slowed down, and that usually favors the undead. If the Keeper gets level 3 too fast, that is always the painful part of the early game and the mid game. And he's not even level 2 yet. Should get it though.
Here we go. Hello, Entangle. Hard life for the DK from now on. Turtle got the last hit on the Treant, I think.
He's got another Wisp here, by the way. If there's a double skeleton summoning, 4 skeletons in total, he's definitely going to detonate for that. Really love this Wisp usage by LawLiet.
Yeah, pretty excellent with that. Always puts a lot of effort on heroes and creep routes, but afterwards I would say his biggest strength is wisp usage. Not the Dryad Master that Moon is. Not the strategic genius that Foggy is oftentimes in high-level competition. But heroes and wisps, yeah, that's him.
I like the scout that WFZ is keeping up over at the bottom right starting position. He's got an Acolyte, always trying to spot for a Tree of Life. This will oftentimes be placed kind of where the Acolyte is, where he's patrolling around. But we're getting to tier 3. LawLiet so far doesn't have level 3 Keeper. He doesn't have an expansion, so I think WZ is sort of satisfied with this early game. Levels could be better, but I guess you can't have everything.
And you're up against one of the best Night Elf versus Undead players in the world, so getting an edge early is really tough, as we saw on Amazonia. Not having level 2 is of course annoying, but on TM and TR, creeping is really not the fastest. That will change with the Lich now.
Yeah, this move across the map, threatening the green camp outside of the Undead base, that actually is responsible for this whole momentum shift in LawLiet's favor. Was a good last hit at the beginning, the DK getting more experience from the rest of the Ogre camp. LawLiet would love to get this Magi, but WFZ shows up when he has to and punishes this attempt, gets one Archer, and this Ancient of War is probably going to be lost.
Not too great. Good control by WFZ. Not the biggest impact, he's not running around with levels, he's not creeping the biggest camps, he's not killing the most units, but he's never letting the Keeper unfold, so yeah, it took a long time to get the DK level 2, but it will take even longer to get the Keeper level 3, which is maybe even more important.
Demon Hunter second once again. He's got great items to give to him right away, double slippers and a ring. And the great thing about creeping this year when you have Demon and Keeper, every item you can find here is good, which is kind of cool. And it is...
Ring.
Ring of Regen. Nice.
To roam around. Not too bad. And an expansion on the upper right. When will this be scouted? It's so far away from WFC's base.
Didn't he have an Acolyte there earlier? Maybe it was just a skeleton and it expired? I'm not sure.
Really not that easy to cross the entire base map. And push. And prevent that LawLiet is ready for this.
Dryads are now out. Sproink. And that's quite a bit of map control for LawLiet.
Sproink?
Getting level 3 Keeper. Yeah, that's what the Enchantress says. Don't you remember?
Ah.
Tier 3 coming in is... It looks a little bit greedy. Going with a greedy Demon Hunter second hero and expansion and tier 3 on 40 supply. But if it works out, he's going to have great benefit from this. The expansion hasn't been scouted yet. WFC's level still not that impressive.
Demon Hunter inventory is, though, with double slippers and gloves. That's a lot of damage per second. On the other side, yeah, it's time to creep everything up now. Red spot. Oh, skeleton. LawLiet, be careful.
If he gets that last hit, that would be pretty sick.
No. Oh, second Cloak of Flames. Remo. It's the return of the flames.
Yes. Double cloak today.
And that's a sick damage boost for this Demon Hunter. Dark Ranger third.
Oh, that's all the archers going down, being converted into skeletons. LawLiet pretty low in supply. That demon is looking spicy though. If he gets to level 4, hallelujah. He's going to be so strong.
Some turn water into wine. WFZ turns archers into skeletons. To each his own. Can he go greedily for the next red spot?
Oh. He's going to try to get it with an entangle, isn't he? Pass it to WFZ. Big invul. Very nice. One of mana steal also against a demon, pretty good. Oftentimes you will be around 30, 40, maybe 50 mana, something like that. Pop the wand, and suddenly you have another coil available.
So we're researching your Sproink. And creep more. So far, 2 good consumables. One of mana stealing decent. Invo potions really nice to have. The first eliminations are coming as well. This is way more competitive than game 1 was.
Yeah, the demon, as good as his inventory is, he still needs a little bit more levels. If he gets the rest of this camp, this will be his level 3. WFZ is around the corner. Creepjack here could have been really dangerous.
He's scouting for it though.
LawLiet.
The keeper is scouting for it.
Yeah.
So Boots
Another
of
great item
Keltalas.
here, maybe? Belt. That's also good.
Ah, it's no damage.
It is. HP on the demon.
It's no
Super
damage. You know how my stance on that is. But now we have the push coming. No level 3 Lich, but close. And that was a lot of damage due to creeping. LawLiet gets his second expansion sniped. And that took forever.
good. Yeah. A lot of gold lost, but also it had some tactical use. It wasted a bit of WFZ's time. It's more creeping for LawLiet. He's getting really strong hero levels.
Evasion on the keeper now as well.
Yeah. And now, my favorite minigame. What kind of third hero could the Night Elf go for? And I'm afraid, in this kind of a scenario, there isn't really a good one. If you go Keeper Naga, a third hero demon is always an option. But if you go Keeper Demon, a late third hero Naga really isn't that impressive.
No. Second Invo Potion and second one of Mana Stealing. WFZ got all 4 consumables. When do you ever see that?
See it now. Oh, intercepting some units in the middle.
Giving away his position as well.
These undead heroes are becoming quite strong. Dark Ranger is going to fall off, as there's no archers going to be anymore, but rather Dryads and Bears. She's really not going to be that impressive. But she's kind of a premium fiend, you know, not too bad.
Unholy Aura. That's pretty bad if you got the Unholy Aura already. And LawLiet. So, hey, my opponent is on the upper right-hand side. We'll take some time at the head of the turtle. Let's go for the second red spot. DK and Lich not in range for the nuke. Demon Hunter picks up the item. Okay, a little bit of mana. Willing to fight already? No.
Oh, the statue. Mana burn. Nice.
Important for WFZ to scout the expo. Was kind of obvious, but you know, better make sure.
Keeper is surprisingly tanky with those items, but he's going to sell some of them now. Gets rid of the ring. And we have the first Orb of Venom. Double Orb of... Wait, what? Do you have double shop in the main? Or is that a visual glitch?
No way.
Yeah, double shop. Huh, that's pretty cool.
Fast double orb. Again, we've seen this before against Chemical.
Yeah, it's very interesting with Night Elf, their late game hero prowess. Oftentimes, late game heroes for Night Elf aren't that strong. Keeper, Naga, certainly it's true for them. Also Podem. To some extent, even the Demon Hunter, as he doesn't have AoE abilities. But that Orb of Venom is crazy good, and it's very valuable to have multiple of them. So their strength lies in the orb, which is kind of unique. WC's got a big army though, 61 supply already, still plenty of gold left to spend. He scouted the expansion earlier. Seems like LawLiet is going to try to make a stand here. But he's only at 52 right now.
Hero levels also not that bad. Plus the inventory is crazy good for WFZ. Yield scroll and triple invul for a long time. Okay. Right clicks, here we are. Lich. Oh my god. The damage of the 2 orbs, man. I will never get tired of it.
That was some pretty poor positioning by WZ. Ran with the Lich first. Dispelled the Entangle and coiled him and still used the big invul potion. Well, the good thing is he has plenty of invuls to use it instead. I know it was a small invul, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so.
The big invul
Not
on
as
the Dark
painful.
Ranger and Decay, small on the Lich. Yeah, why not?
DK's gonna get level 4 from this camp. That's a big deal for the aura. But just as important is the second base.
Mountain Giants. And then it's getting really interesting. And we have the same army composition as last game, but even supply probably. And then we have an interesting fight, and not the one-sided one we had on AZ.
Yeah, LawLiet is getting strong here. Stronger by the minute. Hippos off of one base don't usually work too well. They just get webbed and they're useless. But off of two base, when you can mass produce them, they can be quite strong again suddenly. But it's only one Ancient of Wind, so you can't make them that fast. However, perhaps WFZ doesn't have the web yet. Hippos have not been revealed. I like that. LawLiet is keeping them in the main.
Yeah, he's smart. And there's been games where LawLiet played 6 to 7 gold mines on this map. And I guess he's preparing one in the upper right. But WFZ about to follow this up with the second gold mine on the upper left-hand side. Oh, here's the clash. Now. Here we go. Nuke on the bear. He's out of that fight, but he trades it for an abomination. Pretty much 2 for 1 at the moment. Silence on the bear so they can't roar. Demon Hunter's packing a punch, but that right-click damage on the bears, they just melt. Needs to take care of these destroyers, but at the moment that's not too easy. LawLiet lost a lot.
Yeah. Really good position here for WFZ. Statues protected, Fiends protected, Wagon protected. Bears were just slaughtered right away. And the Hippos were also taken out. He didn't reach that critical mass of Hippos yet. He had like 4 or something. That wasn't too scary. Here they show back up again, but now there's web. And now we see the Hippos being underwhelming.
Uh-oh. And this time we have a way earlier meat wagon, which is so good against buildings. So good against dryads. LawLiet is struggling big time. Fiend damage, right click damage. This Demon Hunter is usually supposed to be a big tank with level 2 evasion. Triple slippers. A little bit of... Yeah, okay. Not the glass cannon as he has the belt. But he can't stop WFZ.
Yeah, that Hippo tech wasn't ready quite in time. Neither was the Mountain Giant. Great timing by the Undead. Hitting just before LawLiet was ready.
But his own expansion got kicked as well. So we're back to one base. Everything's so hurt though. The disease cloud. This time he was able to spread it with A-bombs in the front very early on, with wagon in the back.
It seems like LawLiet has to go into bears now again just for healing.
Damn, who would have thought? Turtle Rock always up for surprises. Focus fire on the Hippo again, so fast. Now the Cloak is applying damage to the Fiends. Before there was only the A-bomb. Good block though. Entangle, right click. The damage is stacking up.
We're getting closer to level 5. Demon Hunter dropping low, staffed out.
Ooh, that wagon lost orientation for a second. And the Dryads are dodging the shots now. Is LawLiet warming up?
So hard still to force WFZ back with the statues that still have staying power. Demon Hunter, low HP always. He can't fully heal up again. The Moon Juice is too low. Trying to force the TP on the Death Knight, but he's got an Invul Potion as well. Going for the Fiends now. Oh, misclick on the coil. Losing that Fiend. And the next one. And the Demon's level 5.
He's still trading.
LawLiet holds.
Yeah, but he's still 20 supply in the dumpster. No expo on the back of things. And not the biggest bank to come up from as well. New Mountain Giants already queued, so his army at the moment is pretty much non-existent.
Yeah, holding, but at great expense.
But level 5 Demon Hunter. That's a big upgrade. But on the other side, 4.9, 4.8, 4.4. Okay. Is WFZ ruining the perfect race distribution for the Winnerbracket Finals? Final winner. Winners.
It certainly looks like we're going to a decider map number 3. This is looking super tough now for LawLiet.
Yeah, that fight at the bottom right was really not his yet. 5 DK. Lich plus 9. How much gold was in there? Ah, 1,000. Little more.
LawLiet struggling just to get back up to 50. WFZ looking powerful at 68. Time for the expansion now, I would reckon. No, not yet. For WFZ.
Okay, can he do it with... It's only 1 MG, right? So there's no taunt trap.
And WFZ's got the perfect army. Couple of fiends, couple of A-bomb statues, a little bit of destroyer, and a wagon. Plus crazy heroes.
Yeah, just inches away from Coil Nova 3. Here we go. Again, the focus fire on bears. Like, they are made of paper at that stage of the game. That's usually what the mountain giants are there for, but if it's singular, they don't do too much. Hello, level 5. Demon Hunter's trying his best to burn whatever he can, but he's being caught by some right-click focus fire, and Frostmourne hungers as well. No chance without the second hero, and LawLiet will see this very, very soon as well. GG! Woofa Zhen forcing game 3. Who would have thought?
Well played there on Turtle Rock. That's the classic undead map, and WFZ plays it well. Not with the Gargs again. That didn't work out too well. On map 1, it's the Fiends this time, the strong triple hero. That does it for him in the end, with a powerful army there as well. That map was definitely a possible one to play triple hero on for LawLiet. Keeper, Naga, Demon could have been the choice, but he went for a Demon Hunter second. And in that case, you're kind of always stuck on dual hero. And once the undead heroes get super strong in the late game, you will feel that disadvantage. Unless you have a very strong mid game and you can reach the advantage of like 5-4 against 4-3 or something like that. But that was never really the case. Demon Hunter second, maybe a little too ambitious. Maybe the Expo and the Tier 3 and the Demon Hunter, a tiny bit too greedy.
4 hours into the broadcast and we're not even done with Series 3. More games, more good. Here at Back to Warcraft covering the Gold League. $68,000, and the winner of the next map is gonna get them a whole lot closer. 5 wins is what you need for the championship. That's a lot of money per series.
Absolutely.
It's 11,000 plus for one best of 3. Well, it's gonna be best of 5 later, but you know what I mean.
Is WFZ gonna do it? Making it out of Group D in first place? That would be quite the surprise, wouldn't it?
Yeah, 4 Chinese through the winner bracket. I think we never saw that before.
Yeah, that's true.
But Turtle Rock is a very special map as well. Maybe LawLiet not too confident here. Not too elaborated as it just got reintroduced.
Yeah, of course, last year, China finally got the WGL victory again. Or last season, that is, with Infi. Before that, it was a long drought. Now they're looking good into the quarters. So far, at least.
We've had quite some upsets. One of them caused by an undead. That was Shao Kai eliminating Sok. Could be another one here if LawLiet gets relegated to the lower bracket, where he will face a human in either Blade or Chemico. We will have that decision right after Northern Isles.
Here, LawLiet will certainly be very practiced. We'll have a game plan and a creep route laid out. Oftentimes, Northern Isles is the Night Elf veto. Now we see it being the choice. Isn't that interesting?
It absolutely is interesting, Remo.
Very strong map for early game creeping. You can have one of 2 powerful options on Northern Isles, either a fast level 3, with the Tuskar camp being crept right away with Wisp Repair, or green into expansion is also very doable, with a Keeper quite easy, and even with a Demon Hunter not too hard. Demon Hunter first, not yet seen. Also, Warden first, not yet seen. LawLiet
on Northern,
doesn't trust his lady.
You can go for the consumable Tuskars, left-hand side. Shop creep at the green and dominate. Is that his play? Little risky, but doable. That's once again what it's all about. Not only the money, also the trophy and the title. Warcraft World Champion. Here we go. LawLiet versus WFZ, one map for the round of 8. LawLiet made it into the semi-final last time, where he was defeated by Infi. WFZ eliminated in the group stage by Foggy.
Alright, let's take a look what we have here. Ghoul opening by WFZ, as we've been seeing kind of every game. Of course, on AZ it was this specific Ghoul pull. We're not going to be seeing that here now. LawLiet with a more conservative creep route, starting off with a green camp. Question is, Keeper or Demon Hunter, or maybe a Warden. That's a bit of a surprise possibility.
Take a look. It's, of course, a DK. And on the other side, Keeper again. Not switching first heroes the entire series. It's kind of rare for LawLiet.
Yeah, interesting. Wonder if he's going to go Demon second again this time, or Naga. Naga can also work out. Should certainly be a fairly quick expansion. You can creep the green into the Expo instantly with just one Archer and a couple of Treants. WFZ should ideally be scouting for this, and he is sending out a scout. I like that. Some undeads don't play with a Scout Acolyte with this Ghoul build, but of course you're going to be missing out on a lot of information. With WFZ seeing this quickly, he should position himself to a possible creep jack in the south.
Yeah, this is... Even, like, it doesn't really matter if he wins or loses. This is one of the best WFZ Gold League performances in a long time. He oftentimes looked sloppy or not up to date or sometimes even unprepared. Not this time, though. He's doing a lot of things right. And that's why he's one map away from reaching the playoffs for the first time in like 3 years.
Sacrificial Skull.
What?
Is he actually expanding? Foggy is heading... Foggy, I want to say. LawLiet is heading north. There's only one Wisp there. That one was already detonated. A bit of a mistake, I believe, by LawLiet to not have more Wisps around right there.
He didn't expect that at all. Okay, we didn't either, so... We'll see. What can he get? Last hit on the Ogre would be gigantic.
There's a big moment in this game. LawLiet has to decide right now. Didn't get the last hit. Was kind of close. Here comes the Wisp. Can he detonate in the middle of everything?
Not really.
There's a bit of blight left.
Needs another one. Ghoul save to the left-hand side as well. WC not playing this bad. And of course it's only Treants, no Entangle. Locking down these ghouls is an easy task, but killing buildings, that's easy.
So Ziggurat has to be placed off to the side. Certainly not the most perfect position. Keeper is dropping very low though. We'll have to get back to the Moonwells very, very soon. Almost level 2 now. Needs one more skeleton and he would be able to get it. Finds another cancel right there. WFZ is not transitioning away from this into attack. He wants to get up this expansion.
Lots of HP lost. Lots of mana lost. Good ghoul block. I looked it up, by the way. Last time WFZ made it into the playoffs was the fall of 2016. 4 years.
Oh, that Acolyte. That will be level 2.
Not focused on it. Wants to prevent this haunted gold mine.
That DK perhaps chasing a little too far for the kills. He was running after the archers and exposes his expansion. If he had stayed north, he could have forced back this Keeper for certain. And now it's more and more kills. That is the one mistake here that is costing WFZ dearly in this early game.
LawLiet is blocked at 29, but I think he's expanding. Yeah, he bought so much time. Oh, wow, did he buy a lot of time.
If he goes for healing right now and then a Naga second, he can apply so much more pressure. Good archer count. I believe they all survived. No, wait. At least one died. Great item for the keeper as well, by the way. +5 intelligence. That's wonderful.
Whoa! That skeleton is not enough damage. He can easily kill that. Maybe... Okay, he was full mana, so why not throw it? It's more moon juice. Oh, the ghouls?
Yeah, he's gonna have to TP. Question is, how much is he gonna be able to do before that?
Oh, it's nighttime. Can he outmaneuver him? I think he wants to... What? Summon nutrients? Ah, no time. As the coil is ready.
Ancient of War up there. He's gonna get cancelled though.
It's more time, you know. It's a cheeky little play. It doesn't cost too much. And keeps the DK back, so he's not getting level 3 early.
Is it time for the Naga? Apparently not. I think a hero was to start in the altar. Should be the Demon Hunter then, I guess. Oh, entangle. Surround. Oh, but the ghouls come in. He can't hold that surround. DK also very survivable with that Ring of Regen, helping him tremendously.
Okay.
Oh, promising creep jack here for WFZ. Coming in with the ghouls. That could be some archers going down.
Demon Hunter is coming. One entangle, one end snare gets the kill immediately on the archer. Rest is split to the left-hand side. WFC may be a little greedy going for that surround. There's no TP, so if it works, it could be game.
One tangle is coming through. A few ghouls will be going down, but these archers in trouble. Oh, lightning shield. That's pretty cool, but well, she dies quickly regardless. And so does the next one. That's 3 archers being lost.
Needs to get a couple of return kills. If not, these ghouls will be very helpful in the tier 3 push. But he gets it. Getting also closer to 3. Expo is up. Usually the win condition for the Night Elf, but now a necessity.
Yeah, the tech is really late. This keeper can still provide a lot of value. His entangle is going to be very powerful. Destroyers will be super late joining this game. Shredder for WFZ. Alright, getting ready for
upgrades. Upgrades, baby. And he can use the ghouls aggressively.
Shows up. He sees these ghouls. Oh, thank you for this present, my friend.
Did he pull them back before? Has to go for a Zeppelin again. Shredder should also be safe. Another good save. How often do you play with a Zeppelin as an undead?
Lightning shield. Slows down the creeping. That's pretty cool. And I think like that, LawLiet can steal it now.
Easy. Should be easy at least. DK has no mana for a dropped coil.
No tier 3 yet for LawLiet, but he's sitting at 50. He's got the resources, I imagine. Yep, there we go. Starts it right away. Huge tech lead for the Night Elf.
Can WFZ explode? He needs supply. He needs army. That was expensive there with the Zeppelin and Shredder. Still at 32 supply. Ghouls are hurt or picked up. So no real danger to this expansion as, either.
LawLiet's playing with his map control really well. DK forced to staff out. Taking a lot of camps away from the map.
Yeah, very quick.
We have the faster 2 heroes. You can do that very well.
Very quick tech. Very quick staff, but still so much damage. Mana Stone means a lot of entangle, which can be helpful until destroyers are there. Demon Hunter is once again packing quite a punch. There's still no second hero for WFC. With 1,200 gold, now he queued something.
Scroll of the Beast, not bad. Fast level 3 over here for the Demon Hunter. Getting the scroll, getting the invul. When you play a Fiend-based army with destroyers and statues, I think you're kind of reliant on high-level heroes. Good coil, good aura, good nova, and so on. But if you play a more frontline-heavy style, even lower heroes can work out very well. Meaning, if WFZ gets to like 6 A-bombs or something, plus wagons behind, even a low-level hero combination can work out pretty well with that, I believe. And LawLiet could have trouble with that style.
What a weird
Mostly Dryads
heat-seeking
now.
missile there, by the way. Both banking so much. Nobody really wants to go into upkeep early. More creeping. They're sharing the map. Lich is coming with a mana potion. I like that. And more experience fed away. Item. There we go. TP out as the fiends are very hurt. Can he reach somehow with something? No. Good escape.
And the red camp right after. Ah, nice TP by WZ. Going up towards the expansion, so he can continue to creep right away. That was well done.
But red spot for LawLiet. He's climbing up. Level 4. Does he get an aura this time? Have we seen a single aura? No. And again. I mean, we have seen Devotion, but at the red spots, I mean.
Yeah, we saw Legion before for the undead, but
Well,
that didn't do
that was-
much.
So how do you get the DK? Okay, the DK4 is no problem, but Lich 3 is pretty impossible. Red spot and lab left, but of course LawLiet knows about that. No one really has to attack the other's expansion.
LawLiet is trying to arrive before the red camp is gone, but the cheese will be taken from the bread here, I believe. Oh, he's got a Zeppelin. He's gonna try to load up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Double level up. That's the Katka's pipe for WFZ.
Ooh, baby.
The dream.
Only single slaughterhouse, I believe. And we see the hippos coming in again by LawLiet. Would love to see a double wind, but he's only got single still here. Lumber, problematic. Shredder seems like it would be a good choice for the Night Elf. Ah, no, there's double slaughterhouse, by the way. I like that.
But LawLiet seems far ahead. His expo was up later, so it will last longer. His heroes are definitely better. And a lot of the rings returns to WFZ's inventory. Ring of Regen and Ring of Protection twice. But I guess with the Katka's pipe, he won't complain.
LawLiet running out of inventory space fast over here. We don't have too many creeps left at all. That Lich is not gonna reach level 3 before the first big fight. When is that gonna occur? What's the objective we're gonna be fighting over?
Yeah. Third bases? Very late? I mean, Invo Potion's always nice to have, so there might be a fight at the middle. Mountain Giant's coming. LawLiet has so much gold, he could easily get something from the marketplace if there's good stuff in it.
Is LawLiet gonna go into high upkeep? He would benefit from that a lot. At the moment, he only has 3 hippos. Not that impressive, but if you get up to 8 or 10, very strong. At the moment, he only has 1 Mountain Giant. If you can add 2 more, would be a lot stronger.
No love for the Chimeras, eh?
Oh, that keeper.
Yep,
Ouch.
going
Feels the
over.
burn.
No staff on the Demon Hunter. No orb on the Demon Hunter. No double shop this time.
Starting to deny some archers. All right, WFZ now moving out. Oh, the Sapper connects. Kills the Tree of Life. That's 400 gold.
The 5th Zapper on Northern Isles here today, and we do have a fight brewing. One Mountain Giant again. He's trying to keep the DK at bay to be able to attack him. So much focus fire on him. And an Entangle has to TP out. Wasn't brave enough to dispel and tried to run away as the Dryads were right next to him and there was more Entangle. And that's a 10 supply lead now.
Could have been wonderful for LawLiet if now after this fight his expansion would be coming up, but that was a brilliant sapper by WFZ doing that very well. It's mostly Night Elves utilizing that unit well, but here WFZ shows us he can do it as well.
Okay. Big region now. Would love to see Cannibalize as well. But Burrow is good. And again, Shades. We see so many Shades these days. For years, everybody was too cool for them. Used Skeletons and other units to scout, but that invisible spy. Mikhail played him. WFZ plays him. See it more and more.
LawLiet just bought the best item on the map. Legion Doomhorn, the best thing you can have. Move speed, which is always great, and regen against the disease cloud. 500 gold, expensive, but worth it, I reckon. And he's pushing again.
Good dispel. Keeper a little exposed. Once again, down to 50%. He has the staff. Gotta be careful. Might be forced into a TP soon. WFZ identified that very early on. But yeah, Focus Fire is still a thing. He used 2 dispels earlier for the Treant, so the duration on Entangle was quite longer. The DK is blocked, getting entangled here as well. The dispel way too long. That should have been a lot quicker.
Repositioning over to the expansion. Oh, Demon Hunter taking a lot of damage. Heal Potion gets him up to decent health again. Front line kind of disappearing here for LawLiet. Ah, but here comes another Mountain Giant.
Gotta be careful with the heroes. So much. Invo Potion on the Demon. TP on the Keeper to keep him safe. Normally, LawLiet doesn't really lose heroes if it's not necessary. Fiends are falling. WFZ. Is he facing the lower bracket? He has the Blight advantage. He's close to the shop. Can he hold?
We'll have to go for the invul here soon. There's a staff with his name on it. But LawLiet is going to TP out. That invul potion, is that going to work out? I think so.
Looked like it. Man, crazy competitor. WFZ is playing a very good series. No one expected this to be so close. We all saw game 1 and thought, okay, the entire series is going to be like that, but it's still tough. He's like 1,000 gold behind, even though supply is pretty even.
Demon about to hit 5, so is the Keeper, so is the DK. Interesting that we have this 2-base game, super late game, but no triple hero on either side.
How would this game look without the Sapper at the perfect time? LawLiet would have such a big lead. But he couldn't buy more time.
Yeah, WFZ's upgrades must be crazy at this point. LawLiet realizes being trailed by a Shade, that one taken out. Oh, he finds the tree in transit. These Shades. He could commit for the kill, but WFZ is backing up.
Oh, he's jumping on top of him with the 2 Mountain Giants. Position probably not the best. He can retreat into that little chokehold. Makes it hot for this Shredder and Abominations to go through as well. Could block them here. It's a double-edged sword for both of them, this Needle Hole.
Demon doing a good job mana burning. Bears quickly disappearing. Staff saves that one.
Shredder
More bears
gone.
coming in. More rejuve. 1 kill, and that's level 5 for the Demon Hunter. Very strong now. DK still didn't get there. Dropping really low in HP.
87 supply. Another Abomination falling when this Focus Fire continues. Observer not interested in the exit kills, but judging from the supply, that was another Abomination. LawLiet, yeah, he's paying high upkeep taxes, but oh, WFZ again with the Sapper. Again, smelling this. Is it enough, though? Yes.
Yes.
Nice. 6th Sapper on Northern Isles today. Yesterday we had 3 series with the Fire Lord. Today we had 6 Sappers.
think WFZ needs a little more A-bomb frontline, and they need to be careful with the DK positioning. That DK should be standing with the Fiends in the back to not get burned. Hard, of course, to do in the midst of a big battle where there's so many things to manage, but having good amount of coils, absolutely crucial.
How do you break this bottom right expansion? Meat wagon number 1 and number 2. 2 mountain giants though. Barely any solutions for mountain giants. Double staff now for LawLiet, close to 5-5. Level 5 DK around the corner as well. Constantly getting some mana regen. No sticks in the hands of the mountain giants. If they trade here, it would definitely benefit LawLiet, as he can easily waddle over with the other Tree of Life. Jumps on top of him again. Wants to start the taunt trap on this abomination. This might work. The bears can't really connect, but he's going for the Lich. Level 3. Coil arrives. Is safe, but that might not save the abominations anymore. Bears disappear. Forces the TP. A-bomb gone. Level up. Keeper 5. Another bear gone. The trades aren't too bad for WFZ if you're taking into consideration that he's 10 to 20 supply down.
Yeah, he did get the DK level 5 finally. Sapper. We've been seeing a lot of these.
Number
Nighttime
7. Bomberman.
The Bomberman.
That's so expensive.
Gold for LawLiet though. He can afford a few more of these trees.
Yep. Will he be going up to 100? WFZ has used so many TPs and so many sappers. All that money not going into army.
TP coming out again. WFZ, oh, a little late to go back, and suddenly the bears are among everything else. Uh-oh, horrible position for the undead.
He does he have a TP? Yes, he does. Not using it. Now he does. Swapped it to the Lich as he was in trouble. Statue falling. Fiends. Well salvaged here for how horrible this was.
Time is running out for WFZ though. He's only got 2k left in the natural. That's around 3-4 more minutes or so. And he doesn't have a third base prospect at the moment. LawLiet certainly does. WFZ still needs that big fight.
Could WFZ do something with his Zeppelin and the meat wagons? Like fly between the 2 bases on the right and attack? Or does he
I think the focus is on the bottom right now. WFZ is trying to kill that one off to keep this an even game.
LawLiet's bank is kind of disappearing.
Yeah. And supply is evened up.
WFZ is going to lose his second base pretty soon, though. Quite curious that his main is still around at 23 minutes. Ah, there we go.
LawLiet has 3/3 upgrades. Without a shredder, by the way. Magic. Ah, does he have a shredder? No, he doesn't.
Is this
And that
finally
is-
Chimera Roosts? It is. 100 supply. Heavy magic damage to get rid of these abominations and statues and be able to attack the meat wagons as well. Chimeras can be a game ender if they are not getting weapon focused. Abominations, getting taunted. Headless chicken frontline.
DK next to the Demon Hunter.
Demon Hunter's still low. I think Invo Potion used as the overlay is going to rest already. There we go. TK could be in trouble as well. Has a TP once again. Level 4 Lich. DH gotta be so careful. TP it is. And LawLiet holds.
Oh! Demon Hunter dies. He got nobody killed.
Oh! That was a crazy good exit kill.
Has to be the Tavern Revive.
Yeah.
Would take too long otherwise. There is gold enough for that, but that's sort of the last bit of gold that he has.
That postpones the Chimeras for quite a while. And gets them up to 85. Everything's so hurt. No heal scroll. On neither side. No invul on neither side. WFZ pushing for the base. LawLiet, what now?
He's got the TP. He's not using it?
No.
He's not using it!
He's giving it up.
Uh-oh!
Heal Ward. He was so hurt. I think it's a nice idea. He would have fed the army to the undead.
Dude. We're running out of gold here.
Yeah, for both players. There was only 4 acolytes for WFZ for a long time. So that's why he's at 800. His expansion usually was earlier. Okay, Lich. There is a TP again, number 700. And again, he has to press through this needle hole, but that's really not easy. The Mountain Giants don't do anything at the moment. And the meat wagons are unprotected.
A-bombs getting eaten alive right there. One of them being lost. A Fiend also going down. TP out by WFZ. He lost quite a bit there, down to 66.
But he's forcing LawLiet to be in the south, and he's expanding in the upper left. Would be quite funny if LawLiet would use sappers now, if you ask me. Scout in the bottom right. And of course, the tree moves over.
Yeah, the Tree of Eternity is on his way north, I believe.
WFC so close. So far, the Chimera Ruse absolutely useless. And the heroes for the undead scale better and better, close to level 6. Kind of getting in distance to level 5 Lich. Tense game.
It's going to be Blight here momentarily with the Expo finishing. Tree of Eternity.
Still Disease Cloud on the Dryads. They're very fragile. Again, no heal scrolls. But if he goes into this needle hole and puts the heal ward far in the back, this could work. Against the Disease Cloud. Oh, he's pushing him back pretty fast, actually. The tree can do damage against the expansion alone. He doesn't necessarily need to go for it. But what to do against the meat wagons?
Great heal ward there being placed.
Yeah.
Not getting dispelled right away.
No.
Now it is. WFZ has to kite like crazy. The front line for LawLiet is super strong. The Demon Hunter dropping low. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
And remember, he's not staffing back to the Moonwells. He's just right over there.
Exactly. He can't really heal. He needs a caretaker bear. Will the pendulum swing back? Abominations are falling. So are the bears. DK not level 6 yet. And the supply gap is closing. Disease Cloud working overtime. Quite some acolytes to eat. Oh, yeah, to eat for the Lich. Heal ward now needs to work. Expansion is gone. And LawLiet is going for second expansion bottom right.
Good supply lead now again for LawLiet. But Disease Cloud is ticking and ticking away.
There was the last heal ward. So it did a little bit. But not too much. Detonate against the heroes. There's no coil anymore. Right click, focus on the Demon Hunter. Again, he must be staffed. Again, he's still in this fight. Is WFZ gonna die for this? There's no other way out. Taunt is brutal, though. What do you do against it? Level 5 Lich. Even more right click damage. Bears are disappearing as well. Both are losing tons of units.
The last bear about to drop. The Demon Hunter can't heal. It's only MGs left. Good tanking, but no damage.
Needs the Demon Hunter for the damage, but he's out of the fight as well. Has to go for the Moonwells, and they are far away. This might be the Tree of Eternity down. This might be a lot of units down, but it's still an expansion bottom right. Let's not forget about that. WFZ will not be mining for a long time. LawLiet might need Wisp and a little bit of a rebuild, but he still has income.
Crazy game. Tree of Eternity about to fall. Demon Hunter's back in, though.
Okay. Going for the Fiends. Kills the first one. Catches a Nova. This is getting real cold. Is the Keeper around to staff or do something? He can't die. There is a staff. All right. He never took care of the meat wagons. They put in so much damage.
Staff to the bottom right, by the way. He's so far away from the action. So far away from the Moonwells. WFZ's unsummoning. Is he trying to expand again, or is he just going for the all-in? The Demon Hunter, by the way, inches away from level 6.
Oh, level 3 aura for the DK. So mobile. Maybe the kiting game with the siege damage of the Necro Wagons. Maybe WFC can do it. 40 supply only for the Night Elf.
Oh my god. Oh my Jesus Christ.
What
Sick
a
game,
series.
great series between our two players.
And again, it's Group D that delivers. Demon Hunter level 6, you can kinda easily run away from this. with level 3 aura. And WFZ is first to punch thanks to the mobility of the nerf, but still very powerful unholy aura.
It feels like LawLiet needs these ultimates.
Oh, the tree. About to drop. He needs massive amounts of repair. Rest of the army isn't here yet. A little bit of a Congo line. Here comes the Mountain Giants with Taunt, distracting a lot. Freedom for some kills. He needs ultimates. Especially Tranquility.
Popped.
Going for the hero? He's just going for the DK. TP. Forced. Dryads falling. Double kill on the exit, but LawLiet holds. And LawLiet is mining. And WFZ is not re-expanding.
That was the invul used though for the Demon Hunter. He forced the TP, but he didn't get a kill. Didn't get level 6.
And he can't go
DK
potions.
can go for a heal pot.
There's no tech anymore. He can't go heal potions.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I think this tree is falling.
No level
I don't think he can hold it
6.
anymore.
10 supply lead for WFZ. He's pushing, putting everything into this push. And the Abominations with their meat hooks doing the job. Okay, LawLiet, you have to fix this now, somehow.
We were up to 3 bases at some point. Now we're down to 1 each. And of course, no mining.
No mining indeed. So,
LawLiet.
can you do a base race with the Mountain Giants as WFC has not much buildings left? Problem is there still a TP? Yes, there is. But there's no tree, so LawLiet should definitely sell the TP. He can't TP. Needs the early kills. Needs the ultimates. Coil Nova on the Demon Hunter, though. That didn't
Just
work.
zero focusing. With a level 3 Coil Nova and the Catgus pipe, there's so much nuke.
Yeah.
Too much for LawLiet to deal with.
On the other side, if the Demon Hunter gets a little bit more experience, the Keeper gets a little bit more experience, there's Tranquility and there's no Disable. Ooh, healing and mana regen will become an issue soon. Very soon. Needs to sell items. What do you sell at this point?
Oh my god. This is one of the best Catgus pipe values I've ever seen, by the way.
WFZ was never so close to the quarterfinal in the past 4 years. He just needs to close this out. Still has 2 potions and a mana potion and the Ring of Regen and the Unholy Aura and good damage against buildings. Treants take care of that upper left, going for the Demon Hunter once again. 1 skeleton gives him Metamorph.
Oh my god, a single Skelly. Are you kidding me?
But there's no Skelly. He's not summoning them. Of course not. But the Acolyte would be.
Yeah, WZ doesn't know how close this demon is. He still has a Rod of Necromancy in his inventory, by the way. Alright, Treant's moving out.
What a series. Keeper down to 50%. Demon Hunter full HP once again. Both revealed at the same time.
There's hardly any moon juice left.
Yeah, and
daytime is still lasting quite a while.
Yeah, 3 dots on the clock. LawLiet has no gold, no consumable. But big tanks. Trees, Mountain Giants. Of course, WFZ will never leave this chokehold. The Abomination got entangled. But there should be so many coils. There's no silence against it. He's also always in. The Disease Cloud rocks. I wonder... Shouldn't he... Oh, Steph while the coil was flying. Shouldn't he focus the meat wagons? Aren't they the easiest target?
I think he can't get to him. I think if he does, he's just overextending. The Demon Hunter needs to be careful. He's got a little bit of healing left, but not much.
And again,
he needs this damn level 6.
He can't get a potion. And WFZ is chewing through these stone giants. Somehow, he needs to kill this Acolyte in the main of WFZ, but I think it's very well protected. It probably gets an invo potion now, as WFZ is about to kill this base. Or is it an all-out base race? Acolyte is moving between main base and former expansion. Interception course set by LawLiet.
It's all base race now.
He gets
all
it.
Base race.
He gets them. No? Yes, level 6. Metamorph. But is there a wisp somehow? LawLiet can build a shop. If he has a wisp, he can build a shop. Yes.
WZ has to run back home to defend.
Does
he can't win this base race.
He doesn't know about the wisp, maybe. There is one hero going back. And there's the building. That is LawLiet's win condition. Metamorph. Chaos damage. Where are the mountain giants? Do we still have them left? Apparently not. So base race with dryads and... dryads and triads. Okay, one MG.
All the dryads about to die. The Lich is coming back as well. He can find a lot of kills.
If he gets the tower, is it level 6 for the key? Probably not. Everything so hard.
DK! Jesus.
Man, feels like a grand final here. Next building down. These dryads will feed like crazy. The shop is not ready. Lich is in. Keeper in trouble. No tranquility. Also no mana. Demon Hunter out of Metamorph. WFZ feeling confident. Mountain Giant lost the stick. Oh, the Demon Hunter is dead. No. What? What? How does he survive this? Keeper's gone. No tranquility. He can just run. And the last buildings... No, wait. There's more buildings in the bottom left. He never fully wiped out the main.
But the wagons are doing it. It's only the Chimroos left which are going to be falling.
Oh! What can he do? He's hesitating.
One building left for WFZ. He's about to win this with one building. GG and group stage for the Undead. WFZ the first time finally into the top 8.
4 years in the making. Wolfajan, what a surprise. Many expected this to be LawLiet or Chemico, or with a great performance, maybe even Blade. But the underdog does it. He ruins the perfect race distribution in the playoffs for now. What a feel-good moment for the man who was on the receiving end of so many jokes, so many unfortunate moments. He was about to end his career after being bullied by the Chinese community after the first half of WGTL. He turned the ship around, man. Had great performances there in the team leagues, kicking TH and Moon in the butt. And now wins over Blade, wins over LawLiet, keeping his nerves together. Not throwing the game away as so many times before, but just doing it.
Yeah, wonderful moment for WFZ. Wonderful performance. Great to see him getting that victory here. How long has he waited for this accomplishment in this tournament?
4 years. Pretty much to the dot. And what a series. Game 1. Big gamble. Didn't work. Afterwards, chanceless. Completely destroyed by LawLiet. Turtle Rock didn't look too good for him for the majority, but then one fight and he got it in the bottom right. And Northern Isles, with the right idea, with sappers, and the right game plan for the late game. Wow. Wow, what a feel-good moment. The rise of Mikhail, the rise of Shao Kai, the rise of WFZ, the rise of Fortitude. Many players who we've seen at the top once or twice, then in a big slump, making big waves here, while others, like Lin, get eliminated first round. LawLiet in the lower bracket. This means he will be facing 1-0 or Fly or Infi.
Whew. That's gonna be a crazy rest of the group. WZ through in first place, man.
I can't
Who
wait.
the hell would have thought that?
Can't wait for this winner interview. Wow.
He must have the biggest smile on his face and butterflies in his stomach right now.
Yeah.
Great moment for WFZ. Vindication, proving himself on the biggest stage. Against arguably the best Night Elf versus Undead player in the world. LawLiet normally so strong in this matchup and didn't play bad today by any means.
No.
WFZ just hitting his form peak at the perfect moment.
Usually LawLiet only loses to 1-2-0. Oh boy. There was a long win streak for LawLiet as well, right? Three session win streak. This might be like, I kind of expected Fortitude to play well, and I saw a little bit of a chance for Shao Kai just because he played so well at WCG. I saw absolutely zero chances for WFZ to make it out of this group.
Yeah, similar for me. People keep on underestimating him, I guess for good reason, over the years. Maybe LawLiet did the same, but then again, he didn't play bad. Had one very convincing game on AZ, and we were getting reinforcements for our previous idea of LawLiet being the big favorite here. But then Northern Isles and Turtle Rock. And I wonder, shouldn't have LawLiet vetoed TR instead of EI? Maybe. He's gonna have chances to think about that in the upcoming days, but first he's gonna have to turn his attention towards the matchup against Human. He's going to be facing either Blade or Chimiko in the lower bracket. Our last game of the day.
Yeah, he knows that it's going to be a Human. Could very well be a rematch of one of the most exciting series we've had so far. But we turn our attention to Shanghai, where WFZ again carries the flag of China. The Lord of the Rings.
很累啊，因为其实我没有想过自己能够战胜劳力赛，因为我最近有相当长的一段时间打精灵都是打得不是很好。哦，所以虽然观众知道我水平还可以啊，但是我一直没有机会达到像职业选手这样高度，就没有机会打比赛。我想知道
WFZ, congrats.
非常重要的比赛，而且
even I was shaking in excitement during that game. How do you feel? Are you exhausted? Are you tired? Oh, this game was very stressful. Very tiring. I had some issues against Night Elves lately, so yeah, I struggled.
比赛成功率大概就5%左右，是个低概率事件。然后抢的那个怪其实挺关键的，因为让他 KO 机到2级挺慢的，他练级的话，想在我家门口练级到2级，小狗干扰他一直练级都很慢，所以把他节奏。
On Turtle Rock, he stole a creep with an acolyte. Do you practice that a lot? And is that something you bank your game on? Does that affect the game?
竟敢开矿开到我家门口来了，然后后面又是各种这个大战，包括你这个 DK 的走位一直有点像这个张飞的这个走位，冲的有点过于靠前，然后也 TP 了 N 次，然后打到最后打成了一个拆家大战。你给我们形容一下吧，这几场大战你当时这个心理的变化，包括拆家大战，你当时有没有想过你可能会输掉？来给我们复一下盘。
I do it sometimes. I try it here and there, but I'm not really confident in it. My success rate is rather low. But if it works, it's super important. It delays his level 2, and with that entangle. So that makes a very good early game, and that of course affects the entire game.
如果想要更安稳一点的话，你可能会怎么做？更早的回救还是怎么样？可能我那个农民我就在家里面先不出来，然后等部队一起来了以后，这个他应该不知道我的农民在里面嘛。部队一起来了以后，然后农民再找机会溜出去，这样他可能会因为在战斗。
The last map again. It was so close. We saw so many sappers. So many big fights. It was a base race in the end, so I want to hear your thoughts on the game.
业前期小精灵可以驱散掉甲虫，甲虫前期的优势就没有了。然后主要是看地图。
Oh, the very beginning was heartbreaking.
地图基本上都会用小强。
其实小强适合除了打暗夜以外的这个。
I'm not too happy with my early game, to be honest. Should have done it a little different.
回答我们的这些提问，那么也希望你在后面的比赛里面继续有今天这样的一个好的状态。好，那接下来我们稍事休息之后将带来今天的最后一场比赛。
So, if you have the chance to do it again, what would you do? Well, I would leave some echoes in my base to be a little safer, I guess. And the fan question, how do you decide if it's Death Knight or Cryptlord first? And he said, Cryptlord versus Night Elf is a no-go because of wisps. Vengolia, Wong, you're doing God's work here with the translation. Really well done. WFZ in the playoffs. LawLiet in the lower bracket. Who is gonna be his opponent? Blade versus Chemico. Moldova versus South Korea in a human mirror. We take a little bit of a longer break as it was really exhausting here. But we don't go into the break without thanking our latest subs and contributors. Sean the Wolf with 300 bits. We need alerts for Bomberman, Chimps, and Big Orange Bird in the year of our Lord 2020. Okay. Velo, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Victor Gina, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Papa Woods, stay healthy. You too, mate. And Zebilch, thank you for the prime sub. Hardcore RPG, 17 month already for you. Much love. Kira's also 3-month resub. Mercadiana with an exclamation mark. These games, they're certainly worth an exclamation mark. Lino, Rick Prime, thank you guys so much for the subs. If you want to be as cool as these guys, feel free to hit the sub button here on Twitch or throw us a little donation via Streamlabs. You can also throw us bits, of course. You can buy our merchandise. It's a wonderful Christmas gift for relatives, your sister, your dog, maybe. Just buy the entire shop. Really well crafted stuff. But even without money, you can support us, spread the word about this project. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We have a Discord. Every like, every share, every comment helps to increase the reach. And with that, more people see what we do here, keeping the flag for competitive Warcraft high. This is the 68,000 Warcraft 3 World Championship. Let the people know. Create a Reddit thread, maybe, with the schedule and predictions. Just do something for the community. That would be absolutely awesome. In the little break we have here, click in the About section, go to our homepage, backtowarcraft.com. That's where our schedule is. And we see each other with the last game of the day in 12 minutes.
civil rights. You demand that I eternize your name. Walk ahead. You cover us in shame and I take the blame. Living by the rules to which high school blues. Walk ahead. Buchanans keep provoking. Blood-red suns start choking. Can anyone stand this nonsense? Eating away, telling us to stop and obey. To stop and obey. Now rats can shine and jokers got silver lining. Holy Mary sings songs in the wet rain. Walk ahead.